Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose. Yes, we talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. I'm the Goose. Glad to have you back. We got big news today. But of course, before we talk about anything, we got to be ready, right? My PED, still legal in most countries. My coffee, as you know, very strong, like my opinion, and got some creamer in there to make it sweet, just like me. All right, and I feel really good today because my beautiful wife Raquel just went to Chicago for a couple days with the Princess Camilla. They came back with lots of goodies from the Filipino stores. Is it Red Ribbon or Red Robin? I keep getting them mixed up. One is a Red Ribbon, yeah, and a whole boatload of panda sauce. So happy camper, woohoo! Anyhow. Very happy to be, healthy and very blessed, and hopefully you and your family continue God's blessings as well. Let's talk boxing, shall we? And before we get too much into this, I want to share some wonderful information with you. Yes, Pacquiao and Conor McGregor are going to do battle. I would apologize. Okay, I'll kind of apologize, okay? Earlier, I said, no way this is going to happen. This is beneath Pacquiao. He would never do this. This is more like Mayweather doing anything he can for money, right? Well, I take that back. But with a caveat, okay? Yes, they're going to fight, but they're going to do it, for the most part, for charity. Pacquiao has pledged a lot of his earnings from this fight to COVID relief. So good for you, Manny. One more reason why we love Manny Pacquiao, and he's our favorite boxer. And one more thing, if you don't mind me patting Manny on the back. He's known for putting his money where his mouth is, right? Even though he doesn't talk trash. He takes a lot of his gazillions of dollars and gives it to poor people, people who need medicine, who need food, who need houses. He's built thousands of homes for low-income Filipinos, and last I checked, he was still in the process of building a hospital in Mindanao. I'll have to double-check on what the final date on that is, but what a great guy. And he's done it again. Oh, and also, what's the, hurricane, not hurricane, I'm at a loss. I need more coffee. The big storms out in the Pacific. He's helped that. Typhoons. Thank you, Jude. Jude, my partner. If it wasn't for my great producer, I don't know where I'd be here. I wouldn't know what to say. So typhoon relief and the volcano relief fund. So he's given a lot of money, and he continues to do it. Last we checked, he gave money, or is in the process of giving money, to 13 different television stations, to forward, what do they call it? Distance learning, so the kids don't have to actually go into the classroom and share those bad germs. So good for you, Manny, and good for you, people who are supporters and fans and recipients of Manny Pacquiao's generosity. And more to come with the big fight. Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. Who would have thunk it? I certainly didn't. But they're going to do it. And, I'm less critical of this because of the giving to those who really need the help. So good for them. Now, we've seen this before. Not exactly this, but we've seen Conor McGregor, 3 years ago, step into the ring with Floyd Mayweather. It went 10 rounds, and finally they called it a TKO for Floyd. All right? Now, for those of you who, look at it with a critical eye, it was a joke, right? It was pity-patty for 7 or 8 rounds, and then Conor's legs basically gave out. He's not a boxer. He's an MMA fighter. And he had enough, and Floyd started to land a bunch of shots at him, and he didn't go down, but the referee called a TKO, and everyone is happy, and everyone went away with a whole boatload of money. Last I checked, Floyd, I think, made $280 million, and Conor $130 million. So good for them, whatever works, But it was a joke because Floyd, being Floyd, I can't stand to watch that guy in the ring. He puts on a little show and makes money. He's not a fighter. You guys know this. I respect him as a boxer and all his skill. He's undefeated, but he's not a fighter. And Conor, who is a fighter, MMA fighter, in the ring, there was a unspoken agreement between the two. No one was going to get hurt. And McGregor landed 3 or 4 shots on him, but for the most part, he wasn't trying. And I respect my fellow Irishman, Conor McGregor, but, Conor, come on, we love you, but we know you're capable of more than that. And so anyhow, that's how it ended. Now it's going to be Conor McGregor against Manny Pacquiao. Now, what a difference in skill sets and size and attitude and everything else. They're both legendary in their respective sports. Manny, of course, the 8-division world title holder. He's currently the one of the World Boxing Association, I think, WBO, welterweight titleist at the age of 41. Legendary. He's had more titles, 12 titles than anybody ever, more different weight classes than anybody by far. And he's the oldest, I think, welterweight title holder ever. And if that's not enough, he has had world titles in 4 different decades. Decades! He's 41 years old and he's still maybe the most feared welterweight in the division. Conor McGregor, one of the most feared fighters in UFC. Conor is 32 years old. He's Irish, so I've got to like him just for that. A little too brash for me, but that's marketing, That's how he gets people to love him or hate him, and he makes money off of that. And we fall for it, don't we? Conor, 32 years old. He's 22-4 in his UFC career. 0-1 in boxing, of course. But I think he's the only UFC fighter ever to have titles at the same time in 2 different weight classes. So he is an accomplished, legendary, and very scary, very intimidating MMA fighter. He's the best, maybe one of the best ever. So let's look at these 2 guys side by side, okay? They're both legends. They're both great fighters. Conor is 5'8". Manny is about 5'6". Conor weighs 170 pounds, Manny about 145, okay? There's a big difference in height and weight and reach. I think Conor has like a 5 or 7 inch reach advantage, which is crazy. But those of you who have followed Manny over the years know that none of those factors are really serious factors. He's beaten up guys. Bigger, taller, stronger, greater reach. Manny's beaten them all. So it'll be fun. Conor, to his credit, came out with a tweet announcing the fight. His quote was, "It'll be a true honor to have fought 2 of the greatest boxers of the modern era." Of course, meaning Manny and Floyd Mayweather Jr. What can we expect? First of all, I don't know what to expect with the marketing. With Floyd and McGregor for several months, it was all yelling and name-calling and insults and I'm going to destroy you, I'm going to take your manhood, all that, But that's how Conor McGregor operates. Floyd, not so much, even though he's cocky beyond belief. McGregor in his face, calling him every name of the book. Do we expect to see that with the promotion of the McGregor-Pacquiao fight? No, do not expect that. Yes, McGregor will talk a little trash, but this is a different animal. And we've seen this in boxing. Yeah, I think Keith Thurman in Pacquiao's last fight talked too much, and he paid for it. But McGregor is not going to be the Conor McGregor we all know and love or hate. And bombastic and braggadocious and insulting. You don't do that with Manny Pacquiao. You're not going to see him jump in Pacquiao's face. Because it never works.
I disagree.
You don't think so? Okay, Jude. Okay, we'll see. Okay, you may be right, Jude. Okay, we may see a little of that, but not to the degree that we saw it with Mayweather.
I think it's even more.
Really? You think so? Okay. Good. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch. But we've seen Manny has this way, just like McGregor has this way of intimidating his opponents. Manny has his way, and he does it with quietness. And he's gonna. And he said this. I'm not gonna respond with my mouth. I'm gonna respond with my fists. And he's done that so many times. Prediction? You want a prediction? No, not an official prediction. Okay. Yeah, it'll be a TKO. Okay, that's a given, I think. But I'll just leave you with this thought, and we're going to have many more shows to come, analyzing, breaking this fight down. Two quick thoughts, okay? McGregor, if it were a UFC fight, he's one of the smartest fighters who does his homework and prepares like nobody else. So I don't think that'll be the case with Pacquiao, because nobody knows how to figure out Pacquiao. But I'll just leave you with this thought. Floyd Mayweather fought Ricky Hatton, right? Took him out in 10 rounds, and it was a good fight for the most part. Then Pacquiao took him out in less than 2 rounds and knocked him out for like 10 or 15 minutes, almost killed the guy. There's one of the big differences. Whenever you see Mayweather fight somebody and then Pacquiao fights him, completely different. Mayweather beats him, Pacquiao destroys him. In this fight, Mayweather beat him in 10 rounds. No, Pacquiao won't take him out in 2 rounds, but Manny does not play. He's the nicest guy in the world until he gets in that ring. And then the games, the talking, the showmanship, all that's gone. It's time to fight. And Manny will make him earn that money, and he's going to hurt him. Unlike Mayweather, it's going to be a real beatdown. Trust me on that. Manny doesn't play those games. So we'll see. We don't know exactly where it's going to be, somewhere in the Middle East. We don't know exactly when, sometime in late December, early January. Oh, little tease for you. I haven't even told you this, Jude. We went out to LA a couple of years ago. Last year. Wasn't that last year? Yeah. Interviewed Freddie Roach and Justin Fortune. Maybe both of us, but for sure one of us. We're going to do that again. We're going to go out there and maybe even talk to Conor McGregor. We're going to up the game a little bit, okay? Yeah, well, you guys deserve it, all right? Anyhow, this will be a lot of fun, and we have many more shows to come. Thank you so much for watching Coffee with a Goose, and many, many thanks to all of you folks who subscribe, and we're going to come at you with more good stuff here very soon, all right? Thanks for watching. You guys take care.